Hi there and welcome back to Tripplikit. And I've always fancied, since I started doing these Tripplikit videos, having a go at a bit of robotics. So instead of just buying a robot kit, well, sort of buying a robot kit that does all the actual intelligent robot things, I thought I'd get, I'll put this up in front of me, a robot kit which actually only is solar powered, and it's basically, when you sun shines on the solar panel, it trundles forward and that's all it does. And that's my multimeter turning off, and it builds 12 robots, it says, but as I say, they just go when you've built them. So we are going to see if we can make a more intelligent robot using the parts in this kit. Okay, so what do we get in our kit? Now, this was actually a birthday present. So, as you can see, I have already put the motor box together and the solar panel. Well, it's the head where the solar panel lives on top. And you get some fun stickers to stick on various bits. So sticker down the side on there. That's the book. And you get all the little robots. That's why I wanted this one. You get all these little arms and levers and wheels and things that we can build their robots they've designed, or we can put these together however we like to make our own robots. Tyres, nail file, you could do your nails well. In the middle of making a robot, lots of plastic bags to store all these bits in when we take them off the frames, and nice touch, some labels to stick on the plastic bags to say what's in them. And oh yes, and we can make a boat as well, which I don't think we probably will. We can. And anything else? No, that's it. And if we look in the book, actually we're better looking at the back of the box. So we've got a Puppybot, Surfbot, Beetlebot, Crabbot, Walkerbot, Turtlebot, Robots, Roly-Poly-Bot, Quadbot, Slitherbot, Zombiebot and Buggybot. So, not going to build too many then, but I'll build a couple just to get the flavour of it. And the book's quite good. All the parts are nicely labelled in, there we go, so that's E, and all the parts are numbered. That's the wrong way up. So if you want part E3 in the book, wasn't the wrong way up, these guys are E3. So I'm quite impressed, it's quite good the way it all is laid out and described. So I'm not going to film me building whichever one of these or ones of these I choose to build. I will build one and show you working. So as I say, I built up the motor and gearbox unit and put the solar panel in the head, and the connections to the solar panel consist of taking these, and you put a screw through these into a terminal. Nope, you push these into here, and those are just two springs. So it's sort of, I suppose it makes it easy to connect and disconnect, but doesn't look to me like the most reliable. And I did have it going round yesterday when it was sunny, or what passes for sunny in this part of the world in January, but indoors, even by these sort of reasonably bright lights, we're only getting, oh yes, you get 0.8 of a volt, no load, and it goes down if I put my fingers over it. But connect the motor up, and we get, because the connections come off. Come on. That's what I say. I'm not impressed by these spring arrangements. It is minus. I've got the connections on the wrong way around. There's a minus and a plus on there, which I appear to have put on the wrong way around. Never mind. So here we have the bench power supply. Let's turn it right down, drag it within reach. And let's see what that does. Well, faster than it was going yesterday in the sun. And that got 1.5 volts. So let's put a robot together and see if we can get it to robot. So here she is, one Turtlebot, and got it hooked up to the power supply because there isn't enough light in here to run the solar panel. So shall we turn her on and see what happens? Unfortunately, well, the motor is spinning and that is spinning, but that's not doing anything and these are not doing anything. So at this point David Attenborough would probably start talking sadly about a lack of prospects, but I shall just have to take her apart and see why these gears don't line up. Okay, problem solved. These little pins stick through, can you see that? I guess you can, to the back of the wheel there, and that was where they were attached to the metal, the plastic frame of mouldings. So the end of that, there was just a little bit where it was cut off the moulding, was catching on the side there. So I took all the wheels off, filed those down with the handy nail file. So shall we try again? Whoa. There we go. There we go. Yep. So there we have a walking Turtlebot. So I shall now dismantle this and build a rolling robot so we can have a look at that. Okay, so here we have a buggy bot, as in child's buggy. So handles at the back and I don't know, the general shape of the body and the head of the child sitting in the buggy, or the robot child. Good, eh? So let us see if this rolls. And the power supply on, and Oh, well, in fact I dropped it. Well, the motor's spinning and we don't have a lot of forward motion. Well, so we lift it up and turn it that way, we have a lot of forward motion on the front wheels. Oh, and we turn it that way, it doesn't. I have looked at this before. So, I think that is because these two gears can, turn the power up. These two gears can wobble about, and if they wobble that way they'll come out of meshing with the black gears. So, however, I have plenty of washers, so I might take her apart and put some washers behind all these grey gears and see if I can hold them into gear. And I don't know why they've gone for all this and powered these wheels. Why didn't they just go for one gear and power the back wheels? Weird. Okay, so I've taken a little bit of time and I have, should we just try and zoom in a little? There we go, I've put two washers pushing those two gears. These two against the black gears so they don't just back off and stop meshing, which has improved that, and I have similarly inserted a washer in the midst of the motor gearbox unit, and that has made it a lot better. So let's zoom out all the way and off she goes. It's a bit more, you see, so she's at the end of the wires and can't get any further, and she's just spinning the wheels without any of the gears jumping. So that's good. Whoop. No. What the hell was going on? The wires are shorted together. So I am happy at that. Now, to make a robot that does something and moves about under its own, well, not its own steam, its own guidance, I think would be the word, we need to be able to steer it. And to make a steerable robot, I think one that walks and steers in the first instance is going to be too difficult. So we have a choice. We can either take something like this and drive one set of wheels and steer the other. So I would probably end up making a three-wheeler and steer the front wheel, or we can have two drive wheels with two clutches of some kind, so we can stop one wheel and turn the other, or stop that wheel and turn that wheel, and between forward and backward and being able to do that we can manoeuvre, and then the other wheels would be just some kind of casters. So that is also a possibility. And we would want to control our steering using one of these little servo units. We're already using one to steer the big rig, and that works quite nicely, so that would be our steering control. So at this point I will go away and play with some of these bits and see if I can come up with a means of steering. Okay, so left it a couple of days and had a think, and had a bit of a choice when it comes to building some means of steering. Was I going to take, here we go, existing parts and I don't know, do something like this, modify the existing parts to build something, or am I going to build something completely separate, I guess out of some kind of plastic, to implement the steering? And I in the end decided the latter, because none of the pieces supplied would really do the job however much I chop them about, and it's nice to keep all the original pieces original, so we can still build the original robots if we really want to. So in the next video I shall be designing and hopefully building a robot with my own means of steering, probably the front wheels, probably something similar to this. So that's about it for this video. Keep it short and sweet. So for now, subscribe please, comments, thumbs up would be nice, and for now it's goodbye from Tripplikit, home of interesting electronics. Goodbye.